like the fourth time I filmed this. Third, fourth. It's time for another homeschool update, and I don't know. Things keep going badly with the filming. And I need to get this up to date. So it's before school, and I'm going to try and stay focused and get this done so I can get school started. Homeschool update number 1. If you're new here, welcome. I'm Tricia, homeschool mom to 3 kids. This is our 11th year of homeschooling, and we are currently stationed in North Carolina, working on orders for our next job. So keep your fingers crossed that we get something we want. And yeah, let's get started. So first, history and science. This is something we do together. History, friends, I'm really thinking about doing something other than Story of the World. My heart's just not in it this year. I love Story of the World, you know that. But we've used it for a lot of years. And I'm kind of, I don't want to say growing bored, maybe bored. But I have no idea what I'm going to switch to. I have no idea. If you have any recommendations, something that you've enjoyed, leave me a comment down below. We are doing like the 1600s right now. So I was considering maybe just doing some different topics this year instead of trying to cover a full span. I don't know. It makes me sad to think about not doing Story of the World, but I'm not excited to do Story of the World either. It's just getting done. And I kind of looked at, maybe switching up what books we use with it or activities, and still it just, I don't know. I love it, but it may be time for a change. We'll do like full American history 2 years from now, so I don't want to do that. I don't know what to do. It's always been so easy just to say, okay, Story of the World. But now that I'm thinking about something else, science. We are doing a national park science that I put together this year, and it's going really well. But the challenge that I knew for me would be to make sure that I stayed on top of having every unit planned. We are finishing our second unit. We started down in the southeast. Now we're in the northeast. And I need to get going on the planning for the next one. We're almost finished with this one. But it's been going really well. I do a mixture of some of the science of those areas. We're doing the National Park Junior Ranger badges to go along with it. Some literature, some nonfiction books, some art. It's been fun, but I need to get going for the next one. Part of the reason I didn't plan the full year was because I didn't know about how the pacing would go, and now I'm seeing what pacing is really like. And I've added in, for one, too much reading this time. So I just need to get on that and finish for the next unit. So those are those. 4th grade, my 4th grader Matthew, Beast Academy is proving to be a challenge this year. He finished 3D last year, so 4A should have been X1, but it's been tough. So we're taking it at a slower pace, and kind of adding in some other things. We skipped the the chapter on geometry because he was struggling with it mightily. So I ended up adding the Dragon Box Geometry app, which is fantastic. So Dragon Box apps are a great choice to add in to your school days. So he did that, and we're just kind of taking things more slowly. I'm considering adding in Redbird Mathematics, which is by, I don't remember, one of the, like a regular textbook publisher, but it was developed between them and Stanford. It's supposed to be adaptive to your students' needs and their levels, versus, a standard online curriculum, or computer-based curriculum that isn't able to adapt. This one's supposed to be really adaptive, so we may add in that and just kind of bide our time while we wait for it all to click in for Beast. He's continuing with Lingobus. This week he takes his 95th class with Chinese class. If you didn't watch my video about it, it's a live online immersion-based class to learn Chinese with a native Chinese speaker. They're fantastic. He absolutely loves it, and his learning just blown me away how much Chinese he can speak. It's crazy to me. But he's doing well with it. He really loves it. And reading, we're still finding good books for him is a challenge for me. He's pretty particular, but he just started the Origami Yoda series. I think the first one was called Origami Yoda, and then we just checked out the Darth Paper Strikes Back, I think that's what it's called. Obviously, the characters in them are origami paper based, but they're all Star Wars, and he loved the first book. So if you have a child in that reading level, you might enjoy it. Check out that series. That's him. Ben, my 6th grader. Let's see, what do I have to say for him? In the reading list video that I put out, I don't know, maybe a month ago or so, I gave a few titles and said, go check out my blog post. But that blog post, I said his full list was more than I expected him to do. Well, I don't know why I underestimated him. He's already read a good chunk of the reading list. I've been updating it with his recommendations and his ratings, but there's several titles that I haven't done yet. He'll finish that list. He's such a quick reader. He is taking a literature class with our co-op as well, and I was kind of nervous on how he would take to it, because it's like writing out vocabulary definitions and answering written questions. That's not the approach we take to writing or to literature, so I was pretty nervous, and that's not his favorite part, but he's doing pretty well with it. I'm pleased with his abilities on it. He's doing fine. In our co-op, he's also taking a drama class, which surprised me, and he's really enjoying it, and Science Olympiad, and a North Carolina history, and he's really enjoying that one. The teacher's really good. She's come up with some really good topics. I think it's a great class. I'm really happy that it was offered this year. And Beast, he's doing 5A, going well, no problems with it. He's also working through Life of Fred, Decimals and Percents. We're about halfway through this book, and then that will be the last one before we move on to the pre-algebra rear-digit fractions. So, if I let him, he'd probably just do this as his core, as his only math. But I'm not confident enough for it to be his only math. And I really like, the more we use the more we read this, the more I realize that I really like the problem solving and mental math stuff that Beast Academy teaches. And who do we have now? Oh, my daughter. She just turned 15. She's a 10th grader. And things are going pretty well. There's always, at the beginning of the year, I'm not sure learning curve is the right word, it's just always a struggle at the beginning of the year. It's just always a struggle. But we're coming out of that. She's found a good pacing, pretty good rhythm to things, so that's good. I've struggled a lot last year with letting her struggle to find that pacing. I really felt like she needed to struggle through it on her own, and I could give her some advice and some tips, but that ultimately it was going to work better for her if she took control of that. And that's been really hard last year, and it was hard again this year, but we're through it, I think. History, we are using, so Crash Course, the YouTube channel, has a curriculum. It's kind of hard to find because they've taken it down, supposedly to rewrite it. They have a U.S. history and a world history. And it uses obviously their videos, but then other resources too, primary sources, and there's worksheets to go along with things, and the readings, and it's really good. I have been very impressed with it. I didn't know what to expect of it being a free curriculum, but it was a Crash Course, so I felt confident that it was going to be well done, and it really has been. I pick and choose each unit, what parts she'll do from there, other videos that we'll add in. I'm adding in audiobooks to go with it. I have I've had a playlist of 100 American songs from the 20th century that she is listening to those, and then there are stories to go along with each one about the story and about the song, about the artist, writing in some art stuff. So it's working out well. I feel like the pacing, I feel like I did a better job planning it than I did last year with her history. I feel like I've done a much better job, and so I'm really glad that I chose that, because I at one point was just considering completely piecing it all together on my own, and I'm so glad I didn't. This is a really good mixture of something pre-made but adapting to what we want. Biology is, I talked about this in my Shop With Me video. I showed you the biology that I thought we were going to use, and it has worked out really well. In that video, I was shopped at a youth curriculum store, and they had it for $40, and I found it on Amazon, brand new condition, for right around $15. So Amazon used books can really be a great option for textbooks, because I bought all of her math books there for under $10, and then this one, brand new quality, $40 used at the bookstore, or $15 used from Amazon. It's a great choice. Anyway, I really love the thing. Last year she used a textbook for chemistry, and she struggled with it, but the format of the book last year was just like, I don't want to say a solid page of writing, but it was a lot. This one is broken up really well. The sections are smaller. There's some more illustrations and such. She is, I'm not sure enjoying is the right word, because she's not really fond of biology yet, but she's, for a textbook, she's enjoying this one far more than her chemistry one last year. So that was very good for me to hear, because that was one of my goals this year, was to continue working on getting her used to working in a textbook in preparation for college. So that's that. What else do we have? British literature. She's taking that with our co-op, and it's a lot of work. It's a honors level junior senior class. And she is a young 10th grader for whom language arts does not come. It's not her easiest subject. So it's a challenge, but I think it'll be really good for her. I think she'll come out of the year a better writer, and definitely exposed to literature that I probably wouldn't have chosen for her. I know I'm forgetting something because I haven't been taping near as long as I did the past 2 times I taped this. So I don't know what else I'm forgetting, but I don't know. Yeah, so if you have any recommendations for history, I'd love for you to leave it down below. If you're like me and you need to switch things up, you want to click on the playlist on your screen right now and go check out some suggestions. I'm going to go watch that history video and see what I suggested, so I might be able to get an idea for myself.